What if I were to tell you that everything you think you know about average investment returns is wrong? Hey, I'm Caleb Paddock, the founder of 10 Talents Financial Planning. And today's episode is going to be on this topic of sequence of return versus average rate of return. So why does this matter? I hear from a lot of people who tell me that, hey, if I can get, 8, 10% return on my investments. Hey, I was listening to the radio and I heard a radio host say I should expect 12% average returns. I'll be fine. I've run the numbers. I'm a do-it-yourself investor. 10, 12% returns, I'll be good to go. Because if I can just get this average return, I'll be fine and I will not outlive my money. So, what I'm here today to talk to you about is how average means nothing when it comes to retiring and living off of your investment portfolio. If you're going to keep working in your job into your late 70s, 80s, you don't have to worry about this because you'll have income coming in, or you likely won't have to worry about this. But if you're going to live off of your investments, you have to think about this because you can run out of money really quickly. And I'm going to give you an illustration today, and actually a real life illustration. So I'll share my screen here and we'll take a look at that. So what we're looking at here is, let's pull this up a little bit bigger. We're looking at an illustration of two different couples. What we're going to look at here is couple number one, and I'm going to use these drawing tools, see if we can figure this out. So couple number one is going to start here. I apologize, I'm using my mouse, so that's a little sloppy, but couple number one starts here with $1 million, and we'll switch colors, and couple number two over here on the right will also start with $1 million. What I want you to take away from this is average return does not matter. The sequence or the order of returns is what matters. If you were to take these investment returns, so let's go to the investment returns column. If you were to take these returns right here, the gains and the losses, add them all together in both of these columns, the average return in years 1 through 14 is identical. Both of these couples earned the exact same average return. In fact, if they were to compare their accounts, log in online, couple number one and couple number two could get out their laptops and see they received the exact same average return. But you'll notice something very, very disturbing. And that is that the first couple ends up with no money. They run out of money in the 14th year. We'll circle that here in red. The second couple over here has over $400,000. How could this be? How is this possible? This is because that very early on, the first couple, when they went to retire, had bad returns in their portfolio. These were actual returns. This is the US stock market, the S&P 500. No one should be invested 100% in stocks. But if you were, because maybe you believe that more risk, more reward, right? Let's get more returns. Let's get more return on our money, 100% stocks. Stocks always go up, right? No, not all the time. And this couple was very aggressive trying to get those higher returns. But in these 3 years, as they started retirement, they had negative returns. Plus, they were taking money out of the portfolio. They thought, hey, I should be able to take 6%, $60,000 on $1 million. We need money to live off of. We need $5,000 a month from the portfolio to cover our expenses. So we're going to take out this 60,000 right here. And both couples do that in the illustration. But because of the bad timing, because of this bad timing here where they started off with negative returns, they could never really recover from that because they were pulling money out at the same time. It compounded that loss. The couple over here also takes out $60,000, but if you'll notice, they don't have these horrible returns. It's not great in those first 3 years. They have a nice return in the second year. But what did I do here? All I did is in years 1 through 8, in each of these, I reversed the order of returns. I just went backwards. So instead of 1 to 8, I went 8 to 1. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I just reverse them. It's the same numbers. That's why the averages are the same, but the order is reversed. I reversed 9 through 14. So all I did is some shuffling and some jumbling to show you the randomness of these returns and that the order of the returns matters. And it matters a lot. This couple on the right was able to have their money last 10 more years. These are taking actual returns, and these are real numbers, real life, on the right-hand side and the left-hand side, starting in the year 2000. And this hopefully makes you realize that when you hear things like, oh, the market returns an average of whatever the number you hear, that does not matter. Delete that from your brain when it comes to retirement planning, because averages do not matter when it comes to not outliving your money. What does matter is being beautifully diversified so that you do not get hit upside the head severely. We cannot control when you were born. We cannot control what happens in the first few years of retirement, but we can control being beautifully diversified. And so we want to be aware of this. This is probably one of the biggest concepts that I try to drill into clients' heads when we first start working together, is this sequence of return risk and how we get one shot at this. You don't get to replay this over and over and over again like a Christopher Nolan science fiction movie or Groundhog Day. You get one shot, and if you botch it, it can have really significant consequences. So I hope that this is helpful for you, maybe a little bit jarring, but in a good way. Hopefully jarring in a good way, where you can see like, wow, this matters a lot, and I need to be more focused on the sequence of those returns than on the average of these returns. So thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate you joining me for these few minutes to check this out. If you have questions, let me know, but thanks so much for tuning into this episode, and I look forward to hearing from you soon. Okay, bye-bye now.